Welcome back to the chat. Well, we talk a lot on this show about relationships, and sometimes crazy things go wrong, but sometimes a guy or girl you really fall for can turn out to be a straight up jerk. Who wrote that? That's pretty funny. All right, and now joining us now is Dr. Marks, relationship therapist, and you actually have a seminar where you invite people to come learn how not to marry a jerk or a jerkette.
Jerkette, that's right. Yeah, there's a lot of
it goes
jerkettes
both
out
ways.
there. Yeah, we do. And let's start by defining what a jerk is. We define a jerk as a person who has a, and the key word, ladies, is a pattern. Because we all act like jerks at times, but we're not talking about people who act like jerks. We're talking about people who are jerks. So the definition we use is that the person who has a pattern of pathological behavior whereby your ability to grow, be intimate, and mature as a person is hindered. So if you're in a relationship with someone, and the more you're in that relationship, you're finding yourself getting more crazy, you're finding yourself becoming more upset, more depressed, more anxious, more codependent. Either you're the jerk or you're in a relationship with one.
Oh, how do you determine? Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
both you two are taking notes. Yeah. How do you determine if you are dating the jerk or if you are the jerk? How do you have to self-analyze?
Well, no. I wrote down some tips that we use. Like one, whenever you're in a relationship with a jerk or a jerkette, you're always gonna feel like you're the one that's one down. You're gonna feel like, okay, they're better than me, all right? You're always gonna feel more insecure because they're gonna make you feel that way. Because here's some traits about jerks. One, they get defensive. They're not teachable. People who are healthy, mature are teachable. Jerks are not teachable, all right? They think they know everything. Secondly, they tend to be more prideful than humble. All right,
boy,
they tend to be more prideful than humble.
All the ladies are taking notes.
Yeah,
I think my poor husband should be the one taking the notes here.
The struggle is real up in here.
Yeah, very much so. The other thing is, the longer your relationship with this person, be it male or female, the more you're in there, there's not intimacy. You feel more disconnected over time. Well, healthy relationships are supposed to bond you and attach you. With these people, you feel more disconnected. So what do? Is I'm feeling more disconnected. Not that you're a jerkette. So I'm doing things to try and connect, but I don't connect to jerks because jerks and jerkettes don't connect to people. They use people. They take care.
Can jerks
Anybody
change?
can change who's teachable.
Who's teachable?
Yeah,
but are
that's the
jerks
key.
inherently not teachable?
I think anybody can change when they're teachable. So I mean, there are certain pathological disorders like access to diagnoses. They probably don't change as much, but for most people,
How
can
do you
change.
tell somebody you're a jerk?
You just did.
Tell them
Well, you couldn't quite say that like that because if you're a jerk, you really wouldn't want to be called a jerk.
There's a song.
Well,
You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You're a
jerk.
jerk. You're a jerk.
I have a philosophy. I have a philosophy I live by, and it's based this: you never get people input into their life without their permission. And so if you ever want to share a thought or an opinion with someone, get their permission first. I might say, Lanza, can I tell you what I'm observing right now? And she can tell me yes or no. And then she said, well, yes. I said, I'm concerned about something. I noticed the longer we've been dating, our relationship gets more and more frustrating, and I'm wondering what that's about. You see, I notice you have these issues. Can we talk about those things?
So
that's
instead of
respectful.
coming out and being like confrontational,
Always about respect.
Hey, I'm sitting right here.
Always about respect. You're up. And here's a couple of things. Jerks don't admit that they have problems.
Right.
They don't take responsibility when they do something that causes you harm or hurts you, even if it's your feelings. And they tend to blame others for all of their problems. People who are healthy and mature take responsibility.
And he really is taking
I
like
feel like
coach.
I'm
The worst
I'll leave you my notes here.
The worst is when you tell a jerk you're being a jerk, and then they say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk, I'm really not a jerk. And then they do the same jerk thing over again.
over.
And I want to be like, you, right there,
This
you're
is
a jerk.
a great segue. If they could put my RAM board up, I have a board that I want everybody to look at. We call it the relationship attachment model. And here's how it works. And I know we have a short amount of time. Each of these things, knowing, trusting, relying, committing, and touching someone, each of those by themselves will bond you or attach you to another person. But they actually work on a hierarchy. You never trust more than you know about a person. So the more that you know someone, that says that I can trust you. The more that I trust you, that means I can rely on you, which means I can commit, and that can be expressed in intimate touch. But what the culture is saying is, go ahead and have sex and deep, intimate relationships with someone you know you couldn't trust or rely on. Why would you give away the most intimate form of human experience?
Because people are, they want to hook up. But why do people choose to date jerks? Why?
It's because they're dating jerks. Because jerks, think of it this way, why do people fall in love and lose their mind? Is because they don't get to know the person that they're hooking up with.
Right. Well,
and then after they feel this, because when you start increasing intimacy, physiological and sexual, you start getting a neurochemical cocktail. Ladies, and you, it's called oxytocin. If I start touching you for about 10 seconds, your brain's going to release oxytocin. That oxytocin creates an attachment. Now, I might be a very unhealthy person, but neurochemically, your brain is bonding to me.
Right.
So that's why people fall in love and lose their minds. So we say there's certain things you need to learn about a person before you start trusting them.
the-
Wow.
You
The
never
hookup
trust.
culture.
Preach.
We need a
You
jerk
never
survey.
trust it more than you know. And here, real
We need a
quickly,
jerk survey.
Here's a practical example. I had a lady come see me here not too long ago. She met a guy at a local bar. They moved in within 3 weeks. Within 6 months, he had her PIN numbers and took all her money. And she was wondering, why would he do this? I said,
you
because
gave
you
it to
didn't
him.
know the guy.
Right.
And you trusted more than you knew. It takes time to get to know a person. So in our seminars,
When
we
is your
talk-
next seminar?
Oh gosh, I've got to schedule sometime in the
I
spring
need
of
to be
next
front
year.
row.
Go to his
brother.
website. His
Yeah.
website's great.
I do have a DVD on it. If people just wanted to contact me and I can send them the DVD, but I wasn't here to sell that. But my point is, be wise about who you date. You know, get to know them, slow it down.
Right.
All right.
Right. All
So-
right. Well, thank you, Dr. Marks. That's
Slow
great.
it
That's great
down.
information. And if you have any
Very much
questions
so.
for Dr. Marks, you can always find him on Facebook and his website, livethelife.org. He has the DVDs, I'm assuming, on there. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that they're there. But if not, he'll put them there. Thank you very much once again.
Thanks, Dr.
All
Marks.
right. Well, still to come here on the Chad. You can guess the most researched person of 2014. We're going to reveal that coming up next.